Hi there and welcome back to Woodwork Journey. Today is a very specific problem with a very specific reason. This here is Pepper and she's our Romanian rescue. She's a Maoritic cross and yeah, she's a bit of a terror. Anyway, at the moment she's having issues with sort of having too much space in the house. You gonna sit? And so, especially at night time, what's happening is she's sort of getting a little bit, hearing noises all over the place because we live in the country, and deciding that she's going to run about and make a load of noise. So the space behind us just here, this is about a 65-inch area where we're looking at changing that or minimizing a space a little bit, so she's just sort of got the living room, and so I need to block that off. So today I'm going to build something to block that off, hopefully. She's impressed, you can tell. Let's get into it. Okay, so, was that a bit loud? Okay, so how are we going to achieve this then? Well, I've had an idea and I need to do this on the cheap and reasonably quickly. So, I've got some of this foam core board. Now this is just white. I can't remember how thick this is. If I can find a link to the stuff that I've got, I'll put it down in the description below. But this is, it's either A1 or A2 size, can't remember. But yeah, size-wise, it's about 60 centimeters by about 84, and in inches, for those of you, that's 23.5 inches by about 33 inches, 33 and a quarter. So that's what we're dealing with, and what I'm thinking of doing is getting at least 3, maybe 4 of these, and using a batten around the outside with a routed out hole in the middle that this slides into, like you would do normally with like plywood or something. But this will keep things light, it'll keep it cheap, and yeah, it'll be easy to move. And because it's white, I can either sort of put stuff on it if I want to, or I can leave it white and it's nice and bright in the living room. So that's the plan. Let me see if I can find some wood. Now I would use reclaimed pine that's outside in my woodshed over there, but I think I'm going to use, I think this is Meranti. If there's a bit here that's thick enough, yeah, that looks like it might do the trick. Yeah, we're probably going to use this because I think it'll look nicer. The other options I've got are Douglas fir, which is a distinct possibility actually, which came out of some old doors, 1930s doors. I might actually I might do that. Right, I'll see you in a second. So the previous pieces that I've just cut down to 1-inch squares more or less, I'm just taking off the sort of outer peel of it, if you like, or the outer level of the wood, because that's heavily stained from decades of all sorts of nonsense on it. So yeah, we're just cutting them all down now. Okay, and as a result of that, I've got 3 sort of battens, if you like. Now, you can tell that these were parts of a door previously because we do have holes in there where there were dowels and all that sort of nonsense. However, I intend to be routing out the middle of it anyway, so I think if I do some sort of clever routing, it's not going to be a problem and you shouldn't be able to see them, as long as I use the kind of the main flat sides for the bits that you can see of these. Now I'm not entirely sure how big they are. They're around about 1 inch cubed more or less, but we'll see how we get on. So as always, I'm just going to bodge it and keep my fingers crossed. So that is the length of a piece of one of those boards going along there. Now if I add this to it, which is an extra kind of 40 or 45 mil, I'll give myself a little bit extra space there, then I should be able to cut 2 of those, and that will be the 2 sides of the frame. Let's have a go. Okay, let's see if this fits. Yeah, looks like that fits across the width. Now that side. Okay, so that's the first 4 cut to length. I'm not going to have as much wood as I thought I was going to do. I'm actually using 2 of those strips that I cut off the door to make 1 frame, which is a bit worrying. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. And I'm now going to make a rabbet through the middle of these, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to do a router or a table saw. I think I'm going to use the table saw. Just had to figure out how wide the piece of wood is that I'm cutting and what I need to do, and that's my maths. Okay, so according to my calculations, I've set this to 8.5, so I'll run this along here. Oh no, you can't see. I'll run this along here and on the other side. I'll make sure that I've got some, I'll put some black pencil over the top of it so I can see it, and then I'm going to cut the rabbit out of the middle of it all the way along on the table saw. I think it'll take 2 passes because I think they're 3mm kerf on that blade, but we'll see. And I've just popped the blade up for 5mm based on that, so 5mm up, it'll be basically 5mm square hole. So I could even install plywood or MDF or something if I wanted to, but we'll see how we get on. I haven't got my shop vac set up quite yet, so that's why I'm extra dusty. Just got some tiny bits of waste that I've got to get out of that, and then I can give it a little test fit and see if the foam core fits in there. Also, by the way, to probably upset some of the purists, I don't have a chisel small enough to get in this 5mm hole, so I'm using a screwdriver and just scraping out the nonsense. See? That'll do, donkey. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if the foam core fits in these jobbies. Marvellous. That fits in there, loads of space. Juice. Yeah, well that's going to work. Just got to figure out how I'm going to do the cornering. Miters would be nice, but I think butt joints might just be a little bit quicker and easier, seeing as I've got 3 of these to make. Okay, so what I'm doing now, just so it's less harsh, is I'm going to round over the edges, so we've got some of that going on with the old palm router. Okay, so that's all 4 of those all rounded off now. A quick hand sand, and then we'll go for a fit. And then after that, I've only got another 2 more of these whole things to make. I won't bore you with that all though. Ooh, it's looking pretty much like it's going to go there to me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these to measure off the other bits rather than using a measuring tape. So I'm not going to fully assemble this one quite yet. But yeah, I'll make the other 2 of the whole thing, and then we'll see about finishing and putting them together. Okay, so it's at this point where I'm thinking that not doing proper joinery is a bit of a problem, because I'm just doing these butt joints. I've just put one together, and it's kind of, you know, it looks just like a big whiteboard really. Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do for this one is I put an L bracket on the outside. I clamp it to, or on the inside rather, clamp it together. I'm putting a bit of glue on the end grain of this, which is not ideal. We don't really want to put glue on end grain, but then I'm wanging a screw in there as well. This isn't going to be kind of like thrown around in a super roughy tufty kind of affair, so hopefully that'll be okay. The one at the other end though, I'm not going to put any glue on that. I'm just going to put screws, because if anything goes through the cardboard, then that can be just unscrewed, pulled out and replaced, or put something else in there. So that's what I am trying to do. Badly. See how we get on. Okay, so I've got just a U shape going on here. I'm going to put it on the floor because I haven't got enough space up top, but I'm just going to slide in one of these bits of foam board. Okay, so that's in there, and now it's just screw in the top section. Okay, so that's 3 done. Kind of gutted that I didn't take that off that bit of cardboard. The others got it on. Oh, the others, well look, all the other bits of card I got on. Anyway, worry about that later. So now it's a case of finding the best tops and the best bottoms, putting them all together, and then finding some hinges to wang on there. But yeah, it's going well so far. I've got 4 of these, so that'll do sort of 2 up, 2 down. And I think that will do it. Let's find out. Do I need another one? Because I've only got these. Let's find out and see what we can do. I am going to use one of these trend center finder bits in the drill, so hopefully we can get things lined up. Okay, this is super awkward to film because I'm by myself, but I've got a line here, and I think that's going to go on there like that. Boom. And then, like I say, we're going to use the whole center finder to go straight down the middle there. Righty, so I've put just a pair of screws in there and there. Now I'm going to flip it over and do a pair on this side to the middle one. Okay, so this kind of shows how small my workshop is. I can't fully extend it, but the hinges are on and it concertina's out and it stands up by itself. I'm not going to put a finish on it today because I'm going to see if the wife likes it before I waste finish on it. If she does, brilliant, and away we go, and I'll probably use Danish oil. If she doesn't, then I won't bother. Okay, so I'm really sorry about the bad audio. I forgot to bring the microphone in for some reason, but yes, we're up. That's it. And it doesn't look too bad as long as you don't look too close. I forgot to take the stickers off the cardboard, which is super annoying. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully it'll stop this little one from being a pain. But yeah, that's what we've done. I wouldn't suggest building it in the same way that I did, to be honest with you. But it was a learning experience, and now I understand the idea of doing proper joinery. Mitered corners would have been much better, in my opinion. But hey, it's a living and learning thing, isn't it? And this is the journey. This isn't Woodwork Answers. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, it's a solution for a problem that I had, and that's what this is all about. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.